These raspberry red wine pickled onions are absolutely delicious. But you guys know I'm always finding ways to add or sneak a little extra nutrition into my meals using things that I already use to make it simple, make it easy. Okay. So today we are making lacto fermented onions. So we're going to start by chopping the top and the end off of our red onion. It doesn't matter how you cut this red onion for your lacto fermentation or even for your pickled red onion, because you want to maintain the structure of the onion. We want to cut along the seams of the onion. And then we're just going to mandolin these super thin. I tend to keep both in my fridge, a quick pickle and a lacto fermented onion, because one is going to give me fast flavor and digestion support, where the lacto ferment is going to give me probiotics, enzymes, and be good for my gut health. I have some dried herbs that I'm going to be adding to mine because I really want to add some fruity notes to this. So I have some dried hibiscus leaves. That's going to give it a nice tart flavor. I also have some dried apples in here, some dried raspberries, some licorice root. I'm going to add about half of these to the bottom of my jar. Then I'm just going to stuff it with my onions, okay? We're going to do a saltwater brine, and it's going to be about 2 to 3% salt to the water that we have. I have 462 grams of water, so I'm going to multiply that by 0.03, and that'll tell me how much salt I need. I need about 14 grams of salt. So I'm going to take the rest of my herbs and just kind of put them on the top, and then I'm going to take my brine and pour it right over. Make sure you fill the jar all the way past the onions. I do not have a glass weight, so I'm just going to take a Ziploc bag and use it as a weight. And then you're just going to cover this loosely, and you're going to let it sit at room temperature for 3 to 7 days. After about 24 to 48 hours, you're going to start to see little bubbles form. That's good. It means the process is working. It's starting to ferment that you like. So I would say after 3 days, we're going to start tasting it and see how funky we want it to be. And then once we get it to where we want it, we're going to pop this in the fridge. Okay, y'all, so it's been 5 days since I made these lacto fermented red onions. So let's taste them and see how they're doing. Ooh, it smells nice and tangy. Ooh, a little fruity taste. This is after about 3 days of fermenting, so we see a little bit of bubbles in there forming at the top, so I'm happy with that. A lot different than your vinegar-based quick pickles, but these are delicious, and I can't wait to use them on stuff and add a little extra to my meals. Okay, if you know, you know. So I hope you make these.